Yes, this is Israelite 320. Today, I'm going to break down some things that everybody really need to understand what's going on. Um, the September solar eclipse that we had, September the 7th, and on the 8th of last month, that everybody missed and didn't understand what was going on. Well, when the solar eclipse came for those 2 days, on the 7th and on the 8th, 7 plus 8 is 15. That's the 15 means that's when everything opened. The heavens opened in 2015. Vladimir Putin became chief prince of the land. The Euphrates River started drying up in 15. So, and the heavens opened in 2015. The 6, when you break the 15 down, it still break down to a 6. Remember now, numerology is adding, breaking down. God always talked to us in numerology numbers, so he's talking to us right now in numerology numbers. So the 6 is that's beginning the sound of the 6th hour. The 6th judgment that you're in now, that started with Israel, when Israel gave up the land in 93. So when Israel gave up the land in 93, that starts 30 years from that was 2023. That's when the October 7th war started with this so-called false peace deal behind. Before that, that was an envy. That was a fear peace deal, and I'll explain more about that later. I'm going to talk about on that concerning, this is the 6th judgment. When Israel gave up land, they gave up Gaza, and Israel became the 6th judgment. All they're supposed to do was obtain the land. Israel did not obtain the land. Israel gave up land, okay? But, and that's the end of time. But in this middle of time, the Hebrew Jews were supposed to obtain the land from God. In the beginning of time, the Ethiopian Jews were supposed to cultivate the land. And that's why it was called Canaan before it was called Israel. Now, remember, the blood moon here is related to what you concerning abomination to desolation. So now blood is going to be shed in the land behind you giving in your blood in your hands concerning abomination practices. You gave it in COVID-19, where you gave your ear to Jerry Kushner. He's the beast. And you gave your ear to him. And you decided to wear a mask, you decided to keep your distance, get tested with 3 things he told you to do on March 11, 2020. That was a 3/11. Okay, now your agreement was a 9/11. So that was your agreement. So that 9/11, you can find it in Revelation 17:17, where it clearly states to give your powers over to the beast, where you be under one mind until your word of God be fulfilled. So blood, when you see blood moons, the blood, the Jordans for the blood, that means blood is on your hands. You gave in to practice. You gave in to sin. Blood is on your hands. You gave in to abomination. You gave in. So since you put blood is on your hands, okay, so now blood is going to be shed on the land. Desolation. And it's coming. That's Ezekiel 38:39 concerning the blood moon. Now the 3/11, remember, is reference to what you gave into. Because the man of sin, the lawless one. 2 Thessalonians 2nd chapter 9-12. A lot of people is on illusion, so they gave in to this practice. But you can also read Daniel 7:5. You see the 3 decrees out of the bear's mouth. And the three decrees is 3 ribs out of the bear's mouth. One bear rise on one side. I mean, it's one beast, and that's a 10-11. So the angels have already brought dimes and pennies to a lot of you people that's viewing this right now. They have already dropped a dime and a penny, telling you to take the journey. That's 11. And a lot of you have ignored it and refused to come up out of her. But when you refuse to come up out of it, I mean, you love these things. You drinking the cup of the harlot, so you're drunk behind the fornications with the things that provided to you concerning idolatry and apostasy are the 2 sins. So now the 6th judgment will be fulfilled by Christ himself, and then the 7th judgment will start. But we have 2 false peace deals. One with Jerry Kushner, the Abraham Accord. That's a fear peace. And after that, 3.5 years, that was an October 7th, 3.5 years. That foreshadowed the working of Satan right there. So after that happened, after that war happened, it kept going. Now Netanyahu's working with Donald Trump. Donald Trump is a chief chaos purger. He don't care nothing about no peace. It's a false peace. That's exactly what this is. So we don't know. Pay attention, y'all. You got a date might happen, October 21st. So watch out for October 21st. It could be a day of desolation day. We don't know. Just stay aware. We got October 21st going on. So write that on your date that something might happen October 21st. So these two blood moons, once again, what you gave in to blood in your hands, so blood is shed. You gave in to sin. You gave in during the practice of abomination. Now desolation is coming. Okay? And then the 7th and the 8th, that's the 15th to show you when it started. And then when that started for Saturn, the 6th hour began. This is the gathering season, people. You need to understand that we're in our darkest hour. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to kill black people. They're trying to do whatever they can to take us out. But as long as you got Christ and you strive with him, you take this journey, you got to get in this cleansing process to make it home. If you don't get in this cleansing process, you cannot make it home. So, yes, this is like the blood moon that God wants you to see, and you gave into it on the 3/11. Because when this came, it was 3 hours, 11 minutes, and 6 seconds. So God talking to us in numerology numbers. We have to wake up and understand this. This is Israelite 320.